Okay guys, I see everybody's been talking about this shoe and I just want to come forward and say
it's been an interesting week for Lil Nas X as a whole, wouldn't you say? Not only did he go and release a song that has everyone talking for various reasons, but now he's just got an issue with some shoes that he made for that song and its music video, and it's just as interesting. Mainly because he's getting sued by the company he claims helped make them due to a special ingredient that was in the shoes, or at least alleged to be in the shoes. So what's the deal with this? And is Lil Nas X in serious trouble? I'm gonna break it down for you, but first do me a favor, leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Do you want to win an iPhone 12, maybe a MacBook Pro? How about $500 cash? All you have to do is comment the secret hidden message somewhere in this video. That's it. Oh, and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep affording these giveaways. Winner will be announced at the last day of each month. Thanks for watching and good luck. And with that being said, let's get started. Number 6, the Satan shoes. No, I'm not kidding with that name, and trust me when I say it does get weirder from here. Lil Nas X launched a controversial pair of Satan shoes featuring a bronze pentagram, an inverted cross, and a drop of real human blood, and they sold out almost immediately. The black and red sneakers, part of a collaboration between Lil Nas X and New York-based art collective MSCHF, were made using Nike Air Max 97s, though the sportswear brand has distanced itself from the design. In an emailed statement to CNN, Nike said it was not involved in creating the modified sneakers. We do not have a relationship with Lil Nas X or MSCHF. The company said, Nike did not design or release these shoes and we do not endorse them. MSCHF confirmed via email March 29th that the limited edition drop of 666 pairs sold out in less than a minute. Though Lil Nas X will keep the first pair, MSCHF creative director Kevin Weisner told CNN they were priced at $1,018 a pair, a reference to the Bible passage Luke 10:18 that reads, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Each shoe's air bubble sold contained 60 cubic centimeters, 2.03 fluid ounces of red ink, and 1 drop of human blood, according to MSCHF. A Mischief spokesperson said the blood had been provided by members of the art collective, adding, we love to sacrifice for our art. Later, Weisner explained on a video call that the creative team collected individual drops over the course of a week using the same type of needle used in an at-home glucose test. The group also confirmed to CNN that Nike was not involved in this in any capacity. So yeah, that happened, and it still gets weirder because what might be worse than a shoe like this is the reactions and conversations they brought forth. Number 5, reactions to the shoes. The shoes sparked outrage online over the weekend they were announced and attracted criticism from a number of high-profile political and religious figures, including South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem and the evangelical pastor Mark Burns. The latter described the sneakers in a tweet as evil. Some fans of the Old Town Road rapper, meanwhile, tweeted their support and desire to own a pair. In response, Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, posted a video to his official YouTube account titled Lil Nas X Apologizes for Satan Shoe, which has now been viewed over 1.8 million times. But after a few seconds, the apparent apology cuts to a scene from his new music video, Montero Call Me By Your Name, showing him dancing provocatively with a devil character. The rapper is then pictured snapping the devil's neck before removing his horned crown and assuming it himself. The day after Lil Nas X released the music video, he responded to the backlash over its rebellious religious imagery. I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay, he wrote. So I hope you are mad. Stay mad. Feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. The collective Lil Nas X worked with on the Satan Shoe Mischief is known for its irreverent drops, a series of tongue-in-cheek art projects unveiled once every 2 weeks. In 2019, the collective released limited edition Jesus shoes, also made from the Nike Air Max 97 sneakers, which featured a steel crucifix and holy water sourced from the Jordan River. Other drops have seen the collective sell a laptop installed with some of the world's most dangerous computer viruses for over $1.3 million. In February, meanwhile, the group ripped apart 4 Hermes Birkin bags in order to create a collection of sandals priced between $34,000 and $76,000. We all knew that some people would take the Satan element of this seriously, but I'm not sure we were entirely prepared for how much of a furor it would cause. Weisner said, obviously from our perspective, it's just fun, right? There's a really rich wealth of symbolism to work with, but some people have been very up in arms with it. He referenced one YouTube review, My Michael J. Mitchell of the account A Sneaker Life, who first did an unboxing video, then posted a follow-up video called I Threw the Nike Satan Shoes Away. He did so, Eisner said, because his fans had reacted so poorly to the concept, which is extremely funny. In the 8-minute video, Mitchell announces he's getting rid of the sneakers before tossing them down the trash chute in his apartment building. He shows them in the box before they make their descent. I'm throwing them away, bro, straight up. I'm not keeping this energy around me whatsoever, he said. Everybody just relax, bro. I am a man of God. Yeah, he's getting a bit out of hand, but as you can probably guess, it's not over yet. Number 4, Nike suing Mischief. Nike filed a lawsuit against Mischief over its Satan shoes. Nike accused Mischief of trademark infringement after it appears to use the Air Max 97 shoe for inspiration for its Satan shoes. Mischief collaborated with Lil Nas X for the sneaker around the release of his song Montero, Call Me By Your Name. The retail giant said Mischief's unauthorized Nike-inspired shoe confused consumers into thinking Nike had created the product. Nike also alleged Mischief's use of the company's trademark swoosh confused and misled consumers. Nike said customers had called for a boycott of the company over Mischief's shoe. The basketball player Nick Young tweeted he debated wearing Nike after the announcement of the Satan shoe. Nike files this lawsuit to maintain control of its brand, to protect its intellectual property, and to clear the confusion and dilution in the marketplace by setting the record straight. Nike has not and does not approve or authorize Mischief's customized Satan shoes, the suit said. So let's ask the question here. Does Nike have a case? Absolutely. Because while Mischief has gone and done certain things with Nike shoes before, they were never on this scale. What's more, you have pictures of Lil Nas X and the shoe, and it very clearly shows the Nike logo. That logo is one of the most recognizable logos in all the world today. And when the shoe suddenly drops and no one is expecting to see a Nike shoe with human blood in it, you can bet they're gonna ask what's going on. So when you put those elements together, you can kind of have an explosive situation. So this whole thing with the lawsuits is justified, because the last thing Nike wants to be associated with is Satan shoes. Number 3. Why do this? That's a very interesting and loaded question, and we do mean that in a variety of ways, because trying to find out why people do what they do has been a cornerstone of humanity for generations. Granted, you could argue that what Mischief has done so far before this show hasn't been bad, per se, even though the Jesus shoe likely got its own controversy when it released, though not as big as this due to celebrity sponsorship and other elements. But for them to make a Satan shoe and then have it literally have a drop of blood from one of their own artists to try and seal the deal, that can be a bit much. Now, some out there have already noted that this was just a collaboration that had been done because of the imagery in Lil Nas X's latest music video and song. To a degree, that is fair, and if they had done something like just make a singular pair of shoes, even using the Nikes as the model that it was fabricated from, and gave them to Lil Nas X solely for the music video, that'd likely have been fine, because that's custom wear for a custom video that no one is gonna see anywhere else. Even if they had sold that singular pair, it wouldn't have gotten much issue, as again, it was a custom piece for a costume. The problem here was that they made a bunch of them and then sold them for over $1,000 and got them sold out in under a minute. That's a problem because it makes it seem like something that Nike endorsed, and they definitely don't want that association. Never forget that this kind of imagery or belief in what might be construed as this imagery has almost cost people their livelihoods, like when metal music was almost sanctioned by the US government because they believed it used devil imagery on shirts, on covers, and even in their music. So imagine Nike's horror when they thought that they were going to be associated with that. Not a good thing. Number 2. Was Lil Nas X right to fire back as he did? Another question that needs to be asked is how Lil Nas X handled the situation as a whole. Did he overreact? Did he go too far after his shoes were called out for their imagery in certain lights? Yes he was, because it's very true that the Christian faith has condemned the LGBTQ+ community as a whole for being a quote abomination unto the Lord, as it reads in an early book of the Old Testament, and those words are often recited in various shows and movies and such as logic behind the hating of the community as well as in real life. So for Lil Nas X to invoke his hate of the faith in certain ways because of how it made him and others like him feel for being gay is justified in its own way. Not everyone's gonna agree with that, but that's not really the issue here. Now, him going as far as he did in his music video can be another story entirely, because you could argue that he was asking for a big response from that one, and that's something you'll have to answer for yourselves. Number 1. Further backlash. If you think that this is just politicians and religious leaders taking shots at Lil Nas X, you'd be wrong. Fellow rappers like Joyner Lucas and others have blasted Lil Nas X because they feel that this song and its video are going to be damaging to younger audiences who might happen upon this video. And while some would argue that they wouldn't listen or watch this, we all know that's a lie, because lots of underage youths listen and watch rap a lot. This has raised questions about creativity in songs and music videos and whether one should tailor their tracks and antics to be viewable by all. It's an interesting question, but one easily undone by the laws of artistic expression and and freedom of speech. Still, it shows that the shoes, the video, the song, and everything attached to them is raising serious discussions for better or for worse. And there you go, everyone, a look at the curious tale of Lil Nas X and the shoes that have, bloody intentions. Can you believe that Nike went and sued him over the shoes? Do you think that Lil Nas X is gonna have some serious problems going forward if he keeps up on the path he's apparently on? What do you think is gonna happen with him next? Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.